Well, good morning, everybody. Just before 6 a.m. and we are already hiking. Got a nice early start today. Oh, starting out with a pretty good climb of like 1,700 feet. Then there's a water stop at about 5 miles. And we'll see where we go from there. That's a metal pole. That's how windy it gets out here sometimes. So from time to time you may have heard me mention the Guthook app. That's the app that pretty much everybody out here has on their phone that's got waypoints on it, and it tells you from your GPS coordinates, like, are you on the trail or not? And a fair question would be, well, do you really need that? Is it hard to follow the trail? Well, I'm going to show you something. So I just came down the trail, and there's a trail this way, and then it goes straight, and then there's some rocks here indicating you probably don't go straight, and then it goes to the right. And so I could see Cal up ahead checking Guthook, and he went to the right, so that must be the trail. Otherwise, if this isn't really marked very well, and you could very easily take a wrong turn. Another thing we see a lot of are these cattle guard things, and these are also marked on the Guthook app, and the comments on these are usually pretty funny because all the waypoints on Guthook are crowdsourced. So for example, I'm sure this little cattle guard thing has some comments on it, but the campsites you'll find have comments like, hey, there's poison oak, look out, or this is an epic spot, that kind of thing. So the app itself is very, very helpful to the hikers that are out here, and it's considered to be good form to update the different waypoints that as you go by them, so the people behind you know what to expect. A great example is we got water at a spring a little while ago this morning, and there are apparently a lot of bees during the day, but we got there first thing in the morning and there was not a bee around. So I'm going to update that to say, if you get there before, we were there at 8:30. If you get there early in the morning before 8:30, you don't have to worry about bees. And that helps everybody out. One of the cool things about the trail is all the different personalities that you meet. So in order to help you guys know what I'm talking about, I decided from time to time I'm going to do like an impression of one of the characters that you meet out here. So here's an example. You'll pass a hiker like a half a dozen times over the course of a couple hundred miles. And I'll say, man, this is like the 6th time I passed you. Like, how do you keep getting ahead of me? And here's the response. Yeah, well, we were in like Julian for like a week, and that was awesome. And then we hitched a ride in Idlewild, and we stayed there for like 5 days. And then we were able to hitch a ride up to Wrightwood, and oh man, that was great. It was like 2 weeks there, and then we ran out of weed, so we kind of had to hitch a ride up to Tehachapi. And then I wonder, like, how many actual miles are some of those folks even hiking? Because they seem to be getting rides everywhere and not really doing any walking. So today so far, we've come up and over that mountain, down into the valley, then all the way up. We came past those electrical lines, and then you can kind of see the trail coming across here. But holy cow, I think a total of 2,700 feet of climbing before we're to the top. Callan's been nursing a sore leg for like the last 5 miles. It's been slow going. We have no idea where we're going to stay tonight. There's allegedly camping behind the ranger station. We know we can get water there, and that's why we were trying to get there, because it's the only water source for a long way. But stay tuned, see where we end up tonight. All right, good morning. This is where we ended up camping last night. We did camp behind the ranger station. You can see the highways right there. You can hear the cars going by. It was nice. There was a little picnic table. Everybody sat on that, cooked dinner. They have water that you need to filter, but it's coming out of a spigot, so it's convenient. Overall, not too bad. We are on the trail. We slept in a little bit on the trail about 7:30. Our challenge today is that Callan believes he has shin splints in his right shin, and it's quite painful. We're going to try to gut it out the 7-ish miles to where the fire closure starts, and we'll see how we feel then. If we need to, we'll just get a hitch right to Hikertown. There's another 5 miles before Hikertown that's open that we would like to do. Otherwise, we gotta take a zero and then go back and do that in a day or two. But anyways, that's the plan for today, and we're off. Out there you see the big flat dry desert that we've been anticipating, a little worried about, but at the same time we're excited as well because we're gonna night hike most of it. Here's another one of those turnouts, and guess what? The PCT sign is full of bullet holes. But we've learned our lesson on that, haven't we? We know better than to camp at these spots. Even in the desert, we come across little areas like this where there's trees and green stuff and shade. After we got to where the trail was closed at Hughes Lake Road, Callan's leg was really hurting quite badly. He was having trouble walking. So rather than taking a hitch to mile 511 where the trail picks up again and then hiking about 6.5 miles into Hikertown, we decided to hitch a ride into Palmdale instead. And we've been holed up in a hotel room now for 3 days. And we were hoping that his leg would get better. We went to see a doctor, and of course that's kind of inconclusive. They're like, yeah, well, you've been walking a lot, so it's an overuse injury. It's going to take a couple weeks to heal. It's kind of what we expected, but we are at the point now where it's not getting any better. And we thought about staying for 3 or 4 more days, but he's still limping. And my thought is that even after a couple more days, if it started to feel a little bit better, there's just really no way that it's going to be healed up enough to be doing 15 to 20 mile days with a heavy pack on his back. So we are making the sad and unfortunate decision to end our adventure here. It's heartbreaking because I feel like we just got back out not too long ago, and I feel bad for all of you who have been following along, but it's just not worth it at this point to keep going. I don't want to have his leg hurt so badly that it causes any long-lasting damage. The sad part is I was feeling really well myself. I felt like I could be cranking out 20-25 mile days and enjoying every minute of it, but Callan's not in the same spot. His body just isn't holding up right now, and that's all. There's nothing you can do about that when your body isn't ready to take on the abuse that you're putting it through when you're out on a trip like this. There's just not much that you can really do. So that's where we're at. There will be more adventures to come. We may try to get back out here in July and do some hiking in Oregon, in that territory, and maybe catch up with some of our friends that we met along the way. At that point, it's no longer a through hike. We are just doing a section hike. So our dream of being able to through hike the PCT, at least at this point, is coming to a close. Whether we'll try again in the future, I don't know. It seems like unlikely for Callan. That's it for now. I apologize to everybody for cutting the adventure short. I wish we could keep going. I really, really do. I enjoyed every minute of my time out on the trail. I enjoyed the freedom. I enjoyed the outdoors, the scenery, just being able to wake up in a new spot every single morning and not know what the day would hold for you. That's just something that was phenomenal, and I'm gonna miss it dearly. So that's it for now. Next time you see me, I'll probably be filming something in my basement back home in Wisconsin. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the trail. Hi there, a quick follow-up for everyone. We have been home and off trail for about 2 weeks now, and Callan's leg is finally starting to feel quite a bit better. I would say he's probably a couple of weeks out yet from being able to strap on a backpack and do any type of hiking. So it does feel to me like we did make the right call to get him home and get him rested up. Just a special message for you guys, the viewers. I'm not looking at this as the end of my PCT dream, but I'm looking at it as a new beginning. I've already made the decision that in 2022, I'm going to be doing a solo attempt of the Pacific Crest Trail. Callan will not be joining me as he will be starting a new chapter in his life in college. Between now and then, please hang in there with the channel. I've got several exciting trips planned for this summer and into this fall, and one I'm most excited about is that I finally convinced Mrs. John Allen outside to try backpacking. So you guys will get to see a trip from the perspective of a first-timer. Also, I learned so much new information while out on the PCT, and I have several videos planned where I can share that information with all of you. For example, I've already cut almost 4 pounds off my base weight because of changes I made once we got home. So I can't wait to show you how I did it. And finally, a huge thank you to you guys, the viewers, for all of your positivity and support. I read every single comment that you guys put on the videos when I'm out there, and it does make a big difference. So thank you so much for all of that. As I've said before, the purpose of this channel is to give back to the backpacking community, and I'm going to do my best to continue to bring you guys entertaining and insightful outdoor and backpacking content. Thanks again, and we'll see you out on the trail.